Hello guys. So every so often the stars align and you find an instrument that feels so much like an extension of yourself and so perfect that you didn't think it could exist, but it does. And I've just found that very bass for me. I mean, this is the Schecter Exotic Diamond series and I'm just in love. And I know I say I love all my basses, which I do, but there's something about this bass that is really, I feel really connected to. And I don't know how to quite describe it, but I'm just in awe of it. And it's got such a it's got such a vibe about it that's confident, and it's just like when you plug it in, it's just like, yeah, I'm here. I know what I'm doing. And certain instruments just have that feel about them, and this is definitely one of them. And I love it. So I'll go through some of the spec, and then I'll talk about how I found it, and I'll show isolated sounds and of course a song at the end. But yeah, it's just amazing, this bass, and it is just ridiculously gorgeous and cool looking. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. Sorry about the window lighting as well. There's literally no way for me to get rid of that. The scratch plate has a kind of metal look to it, like a brushed metal look. Don't know if it's picking that up, but yeah, really, really cool. So this bass, the body is swamp ash, so it's not the lightest bass in the world. Certainly not the heaviest, but I will say it's a little bit weighty, but that's not really bothering me, which is saying something, because a lot of the time, obviously, I've got a curve in my spine and heavy basses tend to kind of hurt my back a bit. But I've had literally no issues with this, and it's not mega heavy, it's just a little bit weighty. For me, anyway. And the top is zebra wood, which I see why they call it the exotic, because it really looks that way, but it's so pretty. Like, even the back is just gorgeous. Like, if that was on the front of the bass, I would be happy. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It's an active bass, so it's got EMG Metalworks pickups, which are probably the clearest pickups I've ever heard. I've never tried EMGs in a bass, so this is my first experience with them, and I literally couldn't ask for a better experience. I mean, there's literally no frequency missing from this, and not a single bass I've tried has had that much of a clear response with every frequency, so that's amazing. And they feel really good to play on as well. I like that they're metal, and when you rest your thumb on them, they kind of feel like the soap bar pickups, which is what I'm more used to playing. So that's really nice, and they feel amazing. So it's a really, really dynamic instrument. Like, the impact that these have with these pickups is unbelievable. There's just so many sounds you can get out of it with only 2 dials. It's amazing. The neck is roasted maple with carbon fibre reinforcement rods, so this neck is literally not ever going anywhere unless you want it to. It's going to be extremely stable. Feels amazing, like, it's so smooth and your hand just glides across it. It's really nice, and it looks amazing as well. Like, even the back, I don't know if you can see very well, but everything about this bass is just gorgeous. The inlays are really cool as well. They're block inlays, but they've got almost like an Aztec or Mayan kind of a look to them. So they've really, really put a lot of thought and care and detail into this bass. I see why they call it the Diamond series. The inlays as well, on the side, they're loom inlay, so they'll glow in the dark. So if you're on a dark stage or anywhere with less than good lighting, then they'll glow and you'll be able to see where you are. Not that I'll probably be able to show you that, but that's always a good thing to have. I really like having that on basses because it's just handy. String wise, the bridge, you can have it top loading or you can have it string through, so that's a good option to have as well. String through will give you more of a kind of a bassy tone, and top loading will give you a more trebly tone. There's not a massive amount in it, especially with an active instrument, but it makes a bit of a difference, so it's a cool option to have as well. Graphtec nut. It's a 34-inch scale length, and there are a weird amount of frets, so 21 frets. Usually on a P bass I'm used to seeing 20, but the 21st fret makes such a massive difference to me because I started on basses with 24 frets, so it just gives me that little extra bit of space to play around with, which I really like. What more to say about it? I mean, it's literally just gorgeous. The neck as well is a little bit wider than what I would normally feel comfortable playing on, and yet it's like the most comfortable neck I've ever played on, so it doesn't make any sense. It's just this bass. There's something weird about this bass. There's something in it that is like, I just feel really connected to it. I just love it, and it sounds amazing, it feels amazing, it looks amazing, it feels really confident. It's just stunning. I just love it. But I'll show you some isolated sounds of it and kind of let you hear how it sounds on its own, and then I'll show you it in the context of a song, because as always it sounds better, everything sounds better in the context of a song rather than as a showpiece, so I want to do it justice, hopefully. But yeah, here are some isolated sounds, and then I'll talk about how I found the bass. So those are some isolated tones. Hopefully I've done a good enough job at showing kind of the broader spectrum of what this thing can do. There's so many different sounds you can get out of this that I could just spend ages going through them all. But hopefully that's kind of given a good gist of all the range that it can do. How I found this bass, kind of by total fluke, because I was at Anderton's and I initially had just gone in to get some strings, and I thought, okay, I'll go and have a look at the bass section, because obviously, why not? I'll never pass up that opportunity. But most of the time when I go into a music shop and I look at basses, it's very, very rare that I'll find something that kind of captures my imagination and inspires me and I feel connected to. So I really didn't expect anything to come from it, but obviously I just enjoy looking at basses. So I walked in, and somehow this was the very first bass that stuck out to me, despite the fact it was on the wall behind me when I walked in. So say the door is like there, and then the bass was on the left over here. And something in me just like turned immediately and looked that way. And I saw that immediately. It was the first thing that caught my attention. And I thought, I really want to go on that. So I picked it up and expected to just kind of have a bit of a noodle and then put it down and go, yeah, very nice, and then be on my way. But I picked it up and I went, oh. Because I literally just fell in love with it. But I didn't even have to play anything particularly on it. I literally, from the first note, I was like, I love it. And I don't know what it is about it, but it was just like, as soon as I picked it up, it went zoom, and was like, yes, we're together finally. As if I feel like it was made for me. It just feels so perfect, and it just feels like such an extension of me. Though I don't know how to explain it in words. I hope if you've had an experience like that with an instrument in your life, then please let me know, because I'd love to hear your own stories about it. But I didn't want to put it down, and yeah, everything about it is gorgeous, like inside and out. Like the energy that comes off this is beautiful, and the connection I feel to it and the look of it is amazing. The sound of it is amazing. It's just, they've literally nailed it, and there's something very, very special in this bass, and I just can't wait to kind of see where we go, because I can tell there's a lot of stuff wanting to come out of this bass, and it's like an instantly inspiring instrument when you pick up. But yeah, the neck as well is actually a bit thicker than I would normally feel comfortable on. So it's quite unusual that it is that comfortable. It's literally like, it's just perfect in every way. I can't sing its praises enough. I just love it. So hopefully I've kind of done the best job possible at showing off this ridiculous instrument. I mean, look at it. It's just filth. Oh my god. I can't believe I own it. I couldn't bear to leave it. The thought of leaving it in the shop actually hurt, and I'm so happy with the bass I could actually cry, and that sounds really pathetic, but it's like, I don't know, it's like being reunited with something, except I've never picked up this bass before, but it is just literally like, I honestly, I could have cried, and I still could cry at this bass in the best way. So I'm really excited to see the journey we go on together, and hopefully show you guys as well. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, that I do have a Patreon. There's no tiers or anything, it's literally just pay what you like. It just helps me continue to be able to do what I love and bring more content and free lessons, etc. to you guys. But yeah, no pressure. I love all of you anyway, but just wanted to mention that. I'll show you it in the context of a song now, and hopefully that'll do it the best justice I can at this point in time. I mean, I'm always evolving, and this is another step on the evolutionary ladder, so to speak. But yeah, please, if you get the chance, go and try one of these, because obviously I can only speak for myself and the way I feel about this bass and my own experience with it. So, but that is all I can speak from, and I just want to be totally honest about how I feel about this bass, because I just love it. So Schecter, massive thumbs up. Thank you so much for making this bass, because you've literally made my life, and I love it. I mean, I think we match pretty well. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll stop waffling now. Here's the song. Hope you enjoy. See you next time.